What's going on, BookTube? Hope everyone is well. Got all this business going on out in the world. We got out to civilization the other day, and you know, they were sold out of, you know, TP. So this is at Wally World, and by Wally World I don't mean the fictional theme park in Vacation. I mean Walmart. Cheers, my friends. This is a book haul. Feel a burp coming on. Alright. So, Chronicles of Narnia, C.S. Lewis, The Last Battle. This is book 7. It occurred to me while I was in Goodwill that I don't think I have any C.S. Lewis around here unless it's, you know, in one of my collections. I really got to sort through this. I'm going to move a bunch of stuff out of here this year. I know people are like, yeah, sure you are. But I got to clean this junk room up a little bit. And this is The Silver Chair, book 6. See, I didn't know how to turn books and show them until Mark Richardson came along with his channel. Because used to I'd just go, hey, here's this book. So I appreciate that, Mark. Then I have Sidney Sheldon, The Best Laid Plans. I think, pardon my stomach there, I think Sheldon has been, you know, he'd been criticized and stuff, but what I've read of his, the pace is, it's outstanding. I read Master of the Game and I was kind of hooked from there. Have not read a lot of Sidney Sheldon, but I'm a bit of a fan. Like I said, the pace is, no, dude could write. And oh, by the way, I think he was, I think he might have been a writer for I Dream of Jeannie. Might want to look that up. Might want to Google it. Yeah, Piers Anthony, The Color of Her Panties. This is a Xanth novel. And obviously he's well known for the Xanth novels. The series, rather. And I have his, oh shucks, Odyssey series, some of those. And they were pretty cool. I mean, come on. It's Piers Anthony. I also have Frost in the Night by Edith Baer. And I picked this up on a recommendation from Stephanie over at Bookstrict 9 Tribute, and we're going to buddy read this in April. So, this is YA. Don't read a lot of YA, but if I think something's good, I'll give it a whirl. Have The Pearl Diver by Jeff Talarigo. And so in 1948, a 19-year-old girl, she wants to be a pearl diver, and she gets diagnosed with leprosy. She winds up at a leper colony, and I'm not going to say any more about that, but I didn't know a whole lot about this book, but I picked it up and it seemed very, very intriguing. Have Plato, 5 Dialogues. Now, I read Plato's Allegory of the Cave back when I took a philosophy class back in the old college days, which I was a non-traditional student, so I was in my 30s when I went to college. But I have a bit of a fascination with some of these ancient thinkers. So I'm going to give this one a whirl. I actually used Plato's Allegory of the Cave in my crappy novel that I kicked out. I have Bleeding Edge by Thomas Pynchon, and this is going to be my first go at reading Pynchon. I'm planning on doing a buddy read with Alan over at Big Hard Books and Classics, and I think Lillian, Goose Wander. So that's in the future. Looking forward to it. That'll be my first Pynchon. Then I have The Time of the Buffalo by Tom McHugh. And this is a book that I may have mentioned this before. When I was in high school, see, my father gave me this book when he moved. I think he moved from Ohio to Oklahoma. He went out there and bought some land, built a cabin, because that's what he does. So I took this book to high school, and my history teacher wanted to borrow it. Well, here's the problem. God rest his soul, he passed away last year, and I never got my book back, so I hunted and finally got another copy of it. But this basically centers around the buffalo and how they were so such an integral part of the Plains Indians' lives that you know, they started wiping them out. They're like, well, we'll just take their food source. And they did a lot more than just, you know, eat them. They utilized everything. All right, that stack's getting ready to fall. And then my youngest boy picked this up for me at, gosh, y'all have to excuse me, at, I think the Peddler's Mall. And this was kicked out in 1977, so I appreciate it. I've got a few comics. I wished I had my original collection. Just to give you the rundown, me and my brother had a big pile of comic books. We moved out. This house that used to exist around the hill, it's gone now. But before we come back and get our stuff, my aunt who lived there thought we had left the books and didn't care about them, so her nieces and nephews from the other side of the family come in, and they was like, oh well, comic books, and we had a big box of them, so they were given away without our consent. And then I had some collectibles. I mean, I had I've mentioned this before, a Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. from, oh my lord, I don't know, the thing was like 9 cents, so it tells you how far back. And I had a 5-cent Donald Duck. And so I left those in my uncle's house, moved to Georgia. While I was down there, there was a house fire, so I lost all those, along with some arrowheads and some other personal stuff that I had. Pictures of me at Daytona Beach and a bunch of other crap. But anyway, so that's what happened to my comic book collection. So anyway, thank you for sticking around for this book haul, if you've made it this far. Well, my apologies to my fellow booktubers. I haven't had time to do much visiting. You'd have to understand how my life is. I know everybody gets busy. But here recently I've been out hiking and like gathering some natural resources and different things, because, you know, I kind of live off the land, so I'm not going to go into that. And again, pardon my stomach. Actually hope that don't show up on, or hope you down here. But as always, thanks y'all. Appreciate all the support, and catch you on the next one. Don't forget to give this video one finger up, and cheers everyone. Bye. Drink one for me.